Hey yo, what is up everybody, Zoel the Wolf here, and welcome everyone back to some more segments from the streams today. Today we have some Call of Duty Zombies coming at you guys, except this is a little different. So this was going to be the Origins Easter egg. We have been trying for these last few days, and it has been really tough. It's been a lot of fun. We finally did get it, but so we were streaming the Origins Easter egg, and then my friend Austin joins in on the call because, he wanted to play some COD, some Warzone, except we were, working on the Easter egg, so we were telling him, and then we just kind of started talking, and then it basically just turned into a really deep conversation about Christianity and like some other religions and just some of the things that he wanted to talk about. And part of the reason, again, it was so unexpected, but part of the reason I'm going to go ahead and put it here is because I've always wanted my channel to be kind of like this, in the sense where we're able to talk about things like this and talk about life. And I do believe, I am a Christian, I believe in Jesus Christ, and I do believe it's just, I don't know, with my channel, I didn't want to come off, initially as, so Christian-y and all that, I guess, because with us playing games and all that, but also I do want to be real. I've had times where I thought maybe I could share some scripture, but it just never really panned out. But something like this really clicked, and it was really nice, and I actually wanted to do a podcast, and that's kind of how it felt here. I know I'm talking really long, but it's just, it was a really good, deep conversation. And so if there's anything you guys want to talk about, if you want to see some more of this, we could do something with it maybe here on the channel. That would be cool. But nonetheless, I hope you guys just enjoy this talk if anyone's interested in this kind of stuff. But I just wanted to put it here to let you guys know that this is the kind of stuff that I actually do want the channel to be built around, as well as everything else. But nonetheless, I hope you guys enjoy. If you do, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, stay up to date. Be sure to follow the Twitch down in the description so you can come and hang out in the streams yourself and get in chats like this and all that good stuff. And I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Peace.
Well, what are we playing? Does Kevin have that?
What? Warzone?
Your numbers do not
He fucking hates Warzone.
I fear nothing.
I mean, at this point, it's either we play Fortnite, you man up and you play some Warzone with us, or we play Modern Warfare multiplayer. But it's going to be hardcore, and you know that. I mean, I know Kevin doesn't mind that part, but still, that's those.
Hardcore at all.
Unless the other two here, Luigi and Austin, get Ghost Recon or something. Those are our options.
Oh my god, here we go.
I'm just saying. I mean, well, Luigi has Ghost Recon, but Austin needs Ghost Recon.
I have to re-download it, yeah.
Austin does need a Ghost
My only problem with Ghost Recon is I've been trying to get the fucking settings dialed into my, how I swing my weapon left or right. It doesn't feel good, no matter which way I went.
Which one are... Okay, is it Breakpoint or Wildlands?
The
What the fuck
filthy
are you
rats.
talking about?
A Ghost Recon! What is it?
No, Rainbow.
Oh, Rainbow? No. Oh, well, I don't got that downloaded right now. But,
That's the only one I ever bought.
Rainbow's so good.
yeah, it is. I mean, it is. But,
I've never heard of Ghost Recon Rainbow.
no, it's not that. It's Rainbow Six. God, we're all just blabbily.
You're talking about one like Breakpoint.
No.
No, fuck you guys. Okay, I'm drunk, alright? So, just bear with me.
Nah, what you need to get is Breakpoint, or if everyone else gets Wildland. Okay, so the reason I harp on it is because whenever we want a night where it's just chill and we want to be tactical and we don't want to fight actual players and be sweats, Ghost Recon is perfect because we can hop into it, do anybody's missions, some pretty good guns, and we can be stealthy together or go loud and work together without dealing with other things. The same thing with Insurgency, except we might need to play with other players on our team at least, but we don't have to play players if we don't want to. But also,
What exact Ghost Recon you talked about?
Breakpoint.
How much is it?
I got it for $9 for if it looks edition.
Yeah, if it goes on sale, you can get it pretty cheap. That's also too, if you just get PlayStation Extra, you can get it for free.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna pay for extra.
Yeah.
I can't afford to. What's up, buddy?
me try to get a different gun and then I'll be.
Wonder where she gets it from.
But yeah, I don't know.
No. Don't you blame that on me.
Give my life for the greater good.
The best part is on Breakpoint, every time we go quiet, it always goes loud somehow. Either something blows up or just something goes wrong.
Yeah, see, that sounds about right. When any tactical game would play with multiplayer.
But two of you, like, we don't recon the way we should properly.
Your number
And also, Kevin, you like to walk off a lot on your own. Like, it's all about communication in that game, and you
Yeah, I
just
can see
you
that.
walk off.
Yeah, I can see Kevin just walking off like in his ADHD.
Every time I walk off, like every time I walk off somewhere when Noah's there with me, every time I walk off to another part of the building, Noah can just hear in the distance
Yeah, just something goes. Yeah.
something exploding.
And then followed by Kevin. Why?
strength in numbers to their advantage.
I saw a man, I tried to shoot him in the head, the bullet went a little left and something exploded and killed him.
Mama!
I somehow killed the man in a cool way.
Only with your combined strength do you stand.
But yeah, so you'll just need to check on the store. The only thing that sucks with Breakpoint, if you buy just the normal version anyways, is that you won't have episode 2 and 3 for yourself. But if you play with us, you don't even gotta worry about buying it. It's really not.
Well, what it sounds like to me is you're gonna have to wait till payday.
I mean, maybe. Yeah, whatever.
Unless you want to pay me back for that game, I got you.
Bro, I wish I could. I hate.
I knew you're not in a circumstance, that's why I said it.
Yeah, it's like, I would if I could.
Do I stand alone against
You know I would go out of the way to buy you guys games I deliberately want to play with you just because I'd be like, hey, I'll play this.
I need more people.
Exactly. I'm one of those guys. I will deliberately go out of my way if I can.
I mean, I've done that. Case in point, you.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, but not sorry. Money well spent.
Stay back, hell pigs. I am ready to fight till my
I
last
even gave you
breath.
my PlayStation card shit that I got for a gift. It was like, I ain't gonna use it, but I know someone who will.
It's like, here you go. Now buy it!
You're
Get
like,
the
here you go,
motherfucker.
15 bucks.
It was 25. The same concept.
Is that for 50 cents?
If we get a $100 one, I'm gonna get you a shark card. You imagine what you can get on GTA at that point.
Bro, let's buy a yacht.
You'll actually get like the legitimate thing.
I just buy the fucking server.
Bro, I miss playing GTA.
God.
Me too, but damn, I have to get on a lot earlier just so we can do the shit we really want to do.
I know, that's the
We gotta
thing.
play GTA again. That's what.
That's like the hardest thing too, is because we have so much we all want to do together, but just life. And adulting.
It's something. It's one of the things that we actually have to schedule. I feel like GTA is one game we actually have to schedule,
Yes.
and I'd be okay with that. Cause then I could give heads up to my wife.
Exactly, bro. It's like,
Hey! Do not disturb me from 7 o'clock a.m. till now.
Regan, you baby.
hey,
Okay.
finally.
Alright, let me go pack a punch this and then Jolt in the eye staff and we can ascend from darkness.
Why does this sound like a cult?
Because it is a cult.
I knew it!
Dude, I have this friend, I was playing Fortnite with her and I asked no if they want to do trios and he joined and the first fucking thing that she asked, she tells Noah, are you in the cult? And he's like, what? And she's like, never mind.
Yeah, she's like, are you part of the occult? And I was like, no.
What the hell gave her that incentive to begin with? That's what I want to know.
The cult, bro. What do you mean?
Easy prey in this.
Do I just give off the cult vibes? Am I just a cult boy?
You're a cold boy.
I mean, whenever you start up, whenever, you know, like a year ago, whenever we got into your Discord, or it says about the Lord and everything.
Oh yeah.
Kind of cultish, but...
Okay, but that's different.
I can't... It is
She's
different.
in my cult, so she's asking me if you're in my cult.
She's in your cult.
She's wondering if you're in my cult too.
No, I'm not a cult person. Yes, I believe,
My wife used to be.
but I am not a cult.
I mean, she was brainwashed thinking her church was like all that. But yeah, it was a cult.
Whenever you start falling in, like, especially in a church place, when it's about the building and the people and like how many people you're getting a month, then you're not a true church. You're not.
No, they were controlling every aspect of your life. That's a fucking cult.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
And this is the North Grace Baptist, I believe. It's the one that's like north of Ulysses, a few miles. I know where it's at. It's north of Ulysses, a few miles on that Highway 25.
Oh, is that one that sits like out there right out of town?
Yeah, it's like maybe 3 miles out of town.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where she went from 7th grade on. She completed her schooling over there. And yeah, that's a fucking cult.
Damn.
And since we've been going to Oasis and everything, she's like, wow.
I used to go to Oasis. Got too cultish for me.
Well, we got a new pastor the last 2 years, and
I went through 4 pastors while I was over there. When I started going, they didn't even have a pastor.
well, that's your problem.
It was just a couple people in the kitchen, and then they got bigger and bigger and bigger.
Now, our pastor's closer to our age, and he's really... It's like a woke church, but not, if you know what I mean. Like, it's
It always
woke-
was.
No, like, I'm saying they don't care... How do I put this? They don't care about any other religion. They teach you what you need to know, even if it's in a different book. That's not Christianity.
My father
It was always like that.
but you can't.
Well, they do that, and they don't discriminate, which is good, but on the other hand, it's like, wow. He always does a story related to himself or something he's been with or someone he knows. So it makes it really easy to understand the word of what he's speaking of that particular sermon.
Which that's pretty good. And I mean, the biggest thing with churches, especially nowadays, again, is just, it's the, you know, like, take tithing, for example. Tithing in biblical times was strictly because it was their livestock. It was the people of Israel, first and foremost, who, you know, were God's people at the time. They were meant to do that as a trusting thing. But then when Jesus comes, he says himself in scripture, give what your heart says to give. It's not about just the first tenth or anything like this. It's about giving what your heart desires. And when you do come together, there are things, even as a believer, you have to be careful of sexual immorality, some of that stuff like that. But when you come together, unless like the things that specifically spoken in the New Testament to avoid, like, you get together.
What he talked about yesterday.
What?
He actually bridged a gap between the first and the Old Testament and the New Testament.
I got him. You want me to kill him?
Yeah.
Because you know that gap is not existent in traditional Christianic terms, right? You know, in the Bible or anything for regular Christians.
What do you mean?
The bridge between the Old and New Testament.
Yeah, I mean, but like, what do you? I kind of get what you mean, but like,
God damn it. They wouldn't be right when I turn on all the
There's a lot of circumstance when it comes to that. But he went ahead and jumped into the Catholic version of it, where they actually described, or, you know, the specific teachings of, what is it? Controlism. You know, how, I can't remember what group it was that was controlling the Israelites at the time.
okay,
But
Egyptians,
that was
Babylonians.
that was in between the
Stay back,
Old
little
Testament
pigs.
and the
I
New
am ready
Testament.
to fight.
And he went to a different religion or a different branch of a religion to explain that. And most churches I ever went to were hard on to their own set stone shit.
Exactly. That's the thing.
And the fact that he went to a different one confirms, you know, it's like it's not just one world religion. He's going through everything that everything makes sense because everyone has their own perspective, and he went through the perspective of what a true believer should.
Exactly. And you know, the thing is too, and a lot of that, okay, so there's this bishop, right, on YouTube, and I really do not like him. I do not like him at all.
Here, Noah.
Betty. But the thing is, the other day I just saw a video from him
Run.
where he was talking to this guy, and you know, it's the typical, like, what, you know, he's asking like what sins are, and he asks, he's all like, tattoos, and he goes, sin. He goes, smoking weed, sin, and he just instantly sin. But honestly, look at the scripture, Leviticus, when it talks about the markings, it's talking about markings at the time that people did for rituals that represented the dead because they were doing their satanic rituals or whatever
Show caution
at the
when
time.
walking robots' path.
So whenever he says no markings that represent the dead, it's because the countries around them were doing rituals that were involving that kind of stuff. But also,
If you don't have ink on your body that represents any ritual or satanic shit, you're fine.
exactly.
All right, Noah, we gotta put the staffs in the legs now.
Okay.
So that means anything mathematical that can equal 666, the devil's number, or anything like that, you're fine.
Exactly. And plus too, again, Jesus himself, it says in the Psalms,
Huh?
God has our names
I know Andy has
tattooed
tattoos.
on the palm of his hand.
Sorry, they're talking hard. Yeah, our pastor has tattoos. I did forget to mention that.
Yeah, and Garrett had tattoos when he preached there too. But like,
What, babe?
Yeah, whenever I went
He
there,
used to be a pastor. Garrett Graffs?
there was a fucking
Grats?
is a youth pastor. His name was Phil.
Phil is the future.
Yeah, I think that's who Noah's talking about. Because he said Garrett.
yeah, Garrett Grits.
Yeah, that's exactly who my wife said.
Yep. I
Yeah,
miss
he
him.
said yeah.
He was good. Kind of towards the end, I feel like he kind of got a little, like, he seemed like he was very annoyed with something. So I'm glad to try to talk to him, and he seemed very frustrated. But like when he first showed up, I really liked him.
Do you have a staff?
Towards the end, he just seems frustrated.
Do what?
Do you have a staff?
I do. I have the lightning. Which one does it go in?
That one goes on the right.
Spawn.
Thor.
Into Thor, just shove it in.
Grab Chris Hemsworth.
No, that's Milmir's spot.
Anyway, but like I was saying earlier too, so in the Psalms it says God has our names tattooed on the palm of his hand. And I know, you know, it's a little more metaphorical, but also in Revelation, when it talks about Jesus coming back, on his thigh it's going to be tattooed King of Kings. And so, you know, I don't know.
The sole aspect of any ink on your body is not a sin. And
Yeah.
that's where a lot of the religions are pointing towards.
And just like
It's
with
just
Noah.
anything
Betty.
that is more of a ritual or satanic ritual or a ritual of... Oh shit.
I'm coming.
Ah, I shot it, dude. I shot it with the ray gun.
Oh. You went down.
Yeah. Oh wait, is there any zombies around here?
I had like
Oh,
one
shit.
on me.
Kill it. Oh wait, no. I'm good.
Okay, you're good?
Anyway, anything that is on your body, satanic rituals or any rituals idolizing a false idol, that's the problem.
Exactly.
Alright, we can start with the robots again. I'm good. I got self-medication again too. We're fucking good, baby.
And just like with drinking and smoking too, you know, I get it. And again, like we can get this whole debate about, you know, the Bible says be of sober mind, but also guess what? You can be completely sober and not have a sober mind. That is a
Yeah, you can be
complete
completely sober
possibility.
and being a fucking idiot or stupid or brainwashed. It doesn't matter.
Exactly. Now, yes, for some people, whenever it comes to especially drinking and smoking and some of that, if they are having problems, if they're running away from problems, if they're using it to just get away and like they're using it to numb themselves completely and that's all they're doing for it, yes, that's a problem.
Yeah.
But, you know,
Those versus people that are actually using it to relax or unwind or anything like that. No, that's not a problem.
it's just like with porn, you know? I've had a porn addiction for years. I did it because I was
still
running.
do.
Exactly. And so it's like, like I hate looking at porn.
I had that addiction since 15. You think I'm gonna fucking get rid of that now? You are sadly mistaken.
And I mean, that's the thing too, is sometimes because some of those addictions we want to harp so much
Are
on.
you gonna get the robot?
I'm gonna try. Oh, he's on, puts on their side.
Check out my channel, you'll see.
Hell, I made a video or two.
Like I missed his foot.
It's like, check out my channel.
Did you get in?
Nah,
You
I'm
see
so,
Pixie in the shower. Anyway.
damn it. And we could go on and on and on, but
No. I mean, it sounds like we're pretty much on the same page. But that's why I like our pasture. And we went through the marriage counseling before we went ever into the church, you know. Because the only church I really went to was Rose Lane Church of God, Pastor Jerry, Sam, and Jeffrey's father.
I don't know if I remember that.
Samuel Dupree?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, his dad.
I got you. Fuck yeah.
Nice.
They were literally right down a couple, you know, they're just a couple houses away from me when I was living over in Rose Lane. I remember when they moved into that church. They came directly from Canada.
Alright, middle
And
robot's
I
probably
love-
coming. So I'm gonna grab the wind staff real quick.
Okay. Yeah, I immediately loved their church. Like, they did a good service. It was all about the word, and they did give it good examples about things for real life, about what it's
Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? Sorry. Yeah, dude, like, I went down and I tried to juke him and he knew I juked him. He went right back.
I hadn't even made it all the way down yet.
Anyway, who's laughing? Who the hell was that?
Kevin's mom.
Oh, I haven't talked to her in forever. Do your parents home, Kevin?
We're just getting things packed so we can
You're even further this time. I'm not gonna be able to get you. God damn it.
Where you moving to, Kevin?
Texas.
Alright, well, I'm gonna try to put them in there while you're
We're at in Texas.
So,
Where the fuck is that?
And Hassel.
How many hours away from here?
a whole day.
24 hours?
Basically.
You Gulf of Mexico? What the fuck?
It's basically down at the border.
You be a border town, are you?
Yeah.
That stuff's pretty good, actually. There's a lot of good, you know, if you're actually a hunting guy or a fishing guy, there's really good places to go around there.
My dad, probably.
Well, I bet might want to talk to him so he
Interested to see what kind of parks there are.
parks.
Yeah, to take walks, jogs.
Oh, you're one of them. Okay.
Why?
I want to check out girls and their fucking yoga shit.
Now that would be your opinion.
But you're not discouraging it, so...
I'm indifferent.
No, you're like, yes, but no, but yes, but no.
It's like yes, but no. I'm just indifferent.
That's not the original intent, but that is a bonus. Be
It is a bonus.
Areas where the robot
Yeah,
sits.
and you'll definitely have a bonus over there. Anyway. If your dad decides to get you to get your hunting license or not, and you go hunting anyway, may I suggest Neil Guy? That is the only place in the fucking United States you're gonna find him. It is a European antelope crossed with a deer that has the most best fucking meat besides Sika deer, which you're not gonna find around here. You're gonna find that East Coast, like at the Maryland, Delaware, all that. You know, there's a cross section. You know how we have the 4 states that interact over here, close to us. You know, Colorado, New Mexico, and all that shit. That you can be in 4 different time zones at once, or 4 different states at once.
Oh yeah, that place.
Yeah,
go have
there's
sex
one
in
on the
4
East
states.
Coast. That's like at the end of DC, Washington DC. The canal runs into it. It's the Delmarva is what they call it. Marshlands. There's a Sika deer that is a very small fucking deer that you can pick up on after you kill it. You can pick it up on the back of your fucking shoulders and then just haul it off. It's like maybe a good buck is 110 pounds. They're small, black. They're a cross between a small deer, but it has a bugle like a fucking elk that is whining. You know, like a kid's trumpet that goes.
I'm gonna die, aren't I?
That is the most venison you can ever have. The Neil Guy is the second, and that's where you're gonna find it. It's down there in Texas by the fucking Gulf of Mexico.
I just realized Jelly said she was going to bed earlier and stuff. Well, good night, Jelly. I'm sorry. We were so busy talking. I was getting heated, so you know.
The initial
I was getting
subjects
about
failed to
religion.
survive the purge.
No, that's fine. I don't like talking about it. It's just, you know.
See, I really want to have someone else to talk this to besides Andy, our pastor.
Yeah.
So,
Always I don't
I
mind.
know, you're my little boy.
No, man. I mean, it's just, you know, I mean, like, it ain't like it ain't like, you know, you gotta absolutely believe and stuff like that.
No.
Go on, my
There
friends
is
too.
shit I want to ask you personally, without anyone else around, though, just to get your perspective before I talk to my pastor about this. And I'm just curiosity's getting me. I want to know what your opinion is on it too.
Now I'm curious. We're gonna have to do that here in a little bit.
I mean, yeah, it's like me and my wife were about to get into a huge fight until I diffused it.
And you know, like we talked about the other night, like kind of where we both are, you know, how we're both like still in that, I guess, wilderness in some ways.
Yes, yeah, it goes along with that.
Okay.
Okay, it's just more shit I didn't get to tell you about.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, you
And
know,
that's why I'm saying it's highly controversial. Like, it is.
it's super.
It's bad. Yeah, like, this is something you really don't want to put on stream or anything like that.
Okay. Yeah, I get that.
Sounds like you already know it's not good.
I'm actually curious about your responses to it, Luigi, too.
Always, buddy.
Because that's one thing I really never get to talk to you about is religion. I mean, we touch See,
I don't think
okay,
every
yes,
I don't think
yes,
a single person
yes.
is true or false.
I feel that in a degree, and that's what I want to get into.
I
There's
personally
so
don't
many
believe,
things we can pick and choose from every religion in the entire world that could be correct.
Yeah, one thing I definitely
Everything
don't
can be
believe,
proven false, and everything can be proven true, and that's just a mind bottle, dude.
Yeah, the one thing I definitely don't believe is I don't think that any one religion has an entity correct. Like, I don't think anyone's nailed kind of like being that is out there.
Yeah,
But I do believe the basic like beliefs.
there is a higher being.
Are true.
That's all you know.
Yeah, I don't know if it's an energy. I don't know if it's a thing. I don't know if it's. I just feel like there's
You just
something
know
out there, even if it's like some
Yeah.
embodiment of the universe. But I don't think any religion has an entity.
It could be magic space dust.
Beliefs
You don't know.
themselves. Yeah, but the beliefs themselves, yes, I got it last time. But yeah, I think everything has some truth to it, and everything has some false to
Robot
it.
patrols the site.
Yeah.
See, I have something that correlates from that. There's just a lot I have to unpack. Maybe that could be a podcast, a religion podcast for you. Us three talking about something that's gonna be like a heated
Okay, well,
3-hour
Initial
debate.
tests of experience to survive.
personally, I don't want it to be a religion
The addition
podcast.
of the
That's not.
velocity compensator.
That's what I'm coming out of, like, because that, again, like, we can get into it a little more later, but like, again, just on the basis of Jesus himself, and even whenever the apostles write the New Testament, they talk about some of the stuff we're talking about, that religions will pop up in all this and religions will come.
Yes.
And there are, and yes, Buddhism has some really good things. The Muslims, I've been watching the dude, he's been popping up on my shorts, where he's talking to people and like they're talking about Muhammad and all this, and like a lot of what he did talks about, and whether it's the word of God or whatnot. But, and like when we were
I
talking,
like to get that aspect because I never researched any of that, the Middle Eastern shit. The
yeah,
only thing I know about is that they go for Allah. That's it. I heard of Muhammad, but I never really looked into it.
have you ever heard the
Straight up,
one?
See, I can learn so much.
I mean, I straight up don't believe in organized religion, but I do believe in a lot of their beliefs.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Like, I
kind of
feel
the
like
thing.
organized
It's like,
religion.
Organized religion is a
they're
cash grab.
Building too much.
This area is
All it is
Earlier,
it's
exactly.
literally just a cash grab or a plea for power.
yeah.
To show
Yeah,
who,
correct me
to
if
be
I'm
like, look at
wrong,
me.
It's just for people to join their side, to give up some money for them, not for,
At least we will be safe for a few moments.
not for the benefit of the Lord or anything like that. It's just for them and stuff like that.
Exactly. And again, too, especially with Christianity, and that's
Initial
whenever
test of
Jesus
experience
comes
to
and
survive
when
the
he
pilot
dies,
sequence. Hence
we
the addition of the
are the
velocity
temple.
compensator.
we as the people are the church.
Yeah.
It is not
See,
a
that-
building.
See, that right there, that quote right there,
Yeah,
is
I
what's the
believe that.
other thing that makes me believe that I don't have to go to church to, religiously, in my own eyes, worship the Lord. I don't have to. I can just do that from home as long as I believe in Him and do it in my own body, my own home, my own structure, whatever's going on in the world, I can just do that right here.
Yes. Well,
one of the
It's
things
just
I
a
really
one-on-one
like,
with God, right?
yeah, and one of the things I really like that kind of goes into that is like I know a lot about fucking religion because I basically completely on the other side, but like something that goes a lot on the way that God makes us in His own image. I feel like that goes so much to say that we have our own little universe in our head and our own beliefs and our own everything we think
Exactly.
is our world.
again, too, because on so much of what we do, especially in the churches, we harp on so many things about a lot of things. And yes, again, there are things that everyone should be like looking out for. Yes, the sexual immorality, that is very clear, stuff like that. But at the exact same time, everyone will have their own convictions. No one is going to have the same conviction. that is stated.
Yeah, I feel like it's all about how you feel about yourself in the major sense. Like, of course, like you said, like there's shit that's just obviously horrible. But if you die feeling like you didn't do a damn thing wrong, then who's to say you?
Exactly.
You didn't, besides him.
Yeah.
And, you know, one of the dudes I talked to, again, you know, especially when you think about Jesus, because, you know, the whole thing of Jesus is that you believe in him and you come to him, you accept him, you know, and like you accept him and you want to talk about him to others and stuff like that. But also think back in the Old Testament and biblical times before he came, the people who never heard a lick, or people, you know, after Jesus was born who still never heard a lick, when they die, what happens there? Especially when scripture talks about, you know, the only way through the Father is through Jesus, which I do believe to a point, but when you think on some of the other stuff, and the doctor was kind of talking about, or the dude he was talking about, you know, like, he's like, here's what I know, God is fair and just. And so to those who never heard the name Jesus, he will be fair and just still, because he's fairer than any judge there is.
This makes me feel like this YouTube video I saw once. It's a priest, a rabbi, and an atheist smoke a blunt together. It's fun.
That sounds like a bad joke.
It's actually a really fun video.
It sounds like it'd be a fun one to watch, but it really sounds like a bad joke.
Yeah, I think that's why they did it. It's a priest, a rabbi, and an atheist smoke a blunt together.
It's a priest, a rabbi, and an atheist walk into a bar. They flip a coin and said who's gonna get it, and Michael Jackson. Never mind.
Never mind.
I wonder where Michael Jackson comes in and all this.
They flip a coin for a child. That's where I forgot to.
No.
Wait a minute.
Oh, it's terrible.
I'm making fun of Catholics here. Anyway.
Zombies.
See, and from what I understand, Catholic, which Luigi, correct me if I'm wrong, that's what you were basically raised around, right?
No, my family wasn't religious, but I did get baptized Catholic before I got super into Christian stuff.
So you're
I've been
aware of
Catholic,
Catholic stuff, right?
Christian, yeah.
Okay. Are they more fixated on Mother Mary versus actual Christ?
Yeah, absolutely. It cracks me up. I went to the church.
My only question is why?
I don't know. So they believe that basically God is so divine that, like, the way I got described it to me is that basically Saint Mary is a messenger of prayers to Jesus. You're basically telling Jesus' mom, tell Jesus.
No.
You keep cutting out.
God damn it, hold on.
I mean, I was gonna say I kind of heard the same thing too, in the sense that I think it's because Jesus actually has a statement where a lot of Catholics get from. At least that's what I heard. I think, if I remember.
My thing is that because I was always I don't know what kind of Christian you'd call it. Like, I don't know if you know Rose Lane Church of God.
I never.
He left. Not you.
No.
He's the one I have the question about because he knows more Catholic than we do. Oh, anyway, since you're here. Oh, he's back.
Now.
Okay, now let me continue. Since you know more about the Catholic part of it, the religion, Christianity,
Right through this area.
from what I know from growing up in a Rose Lane Church of God, which I don't know if you know anything about that church. I don't know what you would classify that branch of Christianity. It's not a Baptist, it's not anything like that, but from what I understand from growing up there, on my own free will, like my parents never, it was just me about
The initial test subjects failed to survive the purge sequence. Hence the
Catholic.
addition of the velocity compensator.
was that one, you have to have a middleman to talk to God,
Basically.
you know, confession, right? That's what that's called. Two was about they really focus focused on Mother Mary, the father of Jesus. And I can understand to a point why they would, but I really don't understand why they based most of their religion over her relationship with the Lord versus his own son.
You got me, man. I don't understand the Catholics.
Can I cut in?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so yes, I think a big part of why the Catholics do the middleman thing is because the Old Testament. Because again, that was what
That would
Israel.
make sense. The
Yeah,
Old Testament,
that
yes.
is what Israel did. That's what the people did. That was one of the commandments because of sin, and because sin requires death, and so they did the sacrifices. But they had to have a priest who was holy that was able to go before them. But when Jesus comes on the scene, he becomes the high priest. That's why he says there will be no more priests or prophets among the nations, because he was
So that's
the
when those two aspects of the same religion enter.
yes. Except the thing with Jesus is that he is our high priest.
Yeah, he's our temple. He's our everything.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I understand that. So in that aspect, given what year it is after God and Jesus have done this, why is it still practiced?
What the Catholic stuff? Well, that's just some people, I guess, get this feeling that a part of it could just be some people want to stick to the old tradition, because ultimately,
Or is it just a failsafe?
it could be.
Honestly, I don't agree.
And if it is a failsafe,
right,
bear
I'm
with me,
gonna
guys. Bear with me, guys. If it is a failsafe, are they that insecure about really believing in their Lord? You see where I'm going with this?
Can barely move.
Dude, I've never understood Catholics'
Okay.
obsession with saints. Like
No.
saints everywhere.
This ain't pointed towards you. This is pointed towards Noah. Do you see where I'm going with this?
Yes, I totally do. But think about this again. So
Where you at now?
I'm over near Jug. So whenever Jesus comes and he dies and he rises again, whenever we believe, we become sanctified. Whenever you call on him, and all that and everything, we get saved. Whenever you call on him and you truly believe and you call on the Lord and you say, Lord, please forgive me, I accept you into my life, right there and then you are saved. Nothing can take that from you. But
Alright, we need to try to get in his foot, Noah. Sorry.
oh, you're good.
No. It's fine. You guys are playing.
I'll try to find what fucking foot he's in.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of how to explain it too, because I'm on the right track. I just don't want to. So whenever he goes, and the day of Pentecost comes, and the disciples get the Holy Spirit when it shows up, they start speaking in tongues. That's whenever Jesus says, "I will send an advocate for you, the Holy Spirit." And whenever you get Jesus, you get the Holy Spirit. And also, it talks about it. Whenever you can't think of words to say, the Holy Spirit groans. Your spirit will groan to God. So,
Tongues.
not necessarily tongues, but like even just in your spirit, when you just feel like, I think, because tongues is a gift. It is a gift to speak in tongues. I think my grandfather could speak in tongues.
Okay.
Alright, no,
This is okay. Go ahead, Luigi.
Let's try to hold the last fucking zombie so we can get in his foot. You'll need to get in his foot and press the button so I can throw the fucking bombs into the lake.
Okay. Which robot? It's middle.
We won't know. It's random and all three come and only one.
You won't know until you see the yellow
Okay.
on his foot.
Yeah, but we'll have to save the zombies.
Spend my money as I see fit.
Is it bad I know this even though I'm not playing with you guys?
No.
Luigi, I have you to blame.
Yeah, that's what it's. Oh, great. Yeah,
We
that's what
did
it's
it,
like.
remember? Me, you, Irving, and Horn? Or was it Riley?
I think it was Riley. I don't remember.
Yeah, it was Riley. It was Riley. Horn didn't come till later, but yeah, it was Riley. We did the original Easter egg. That was a feat in its own.
Oh, I was going on. Okay, so speaking in tongues, that's a gift of the
No,
Spirit.
that's it.
Yeah.
That's where I was gonna. That's my next point. My pastor and his wife would speak in tongues all the time, and for what I understand is that is their language to either praise the Lord or pray to the Lord in their own way, right?
Yes. So speaking in tongues
Okay.
is a gift of being able to. It is for some people. It's a way for them to get even closer to God, and to have their own. Only God can understand what they're saying. But there are times whenever they will speak. Either they'll start like the disciples on the day of Pentecost. They started speaking other people's languages around them. That's speaking in tongues. But they were speaking, the language of other
that
people.
makes sense because no one else would understand.
Yeah, but then they
That's like me speaking Spanish into prominently people that have Mexicans in their area, right?
I'll throw
Exactly.
an Oreo at you. You start speaking.
Just a rude way of describing it.
So yeah, so like say I go to Japan and then like say, all of a sudden I have a Pentecostal moment and the Holy Spirit gives me the ability to start speaking Japanese to someone who needs it.
All right, there's only one zombie left, I think, Noah.
Okay, yeah, I got him.
All right, let's try to get in his fucking foot. I'll be on the lookout for the foot, and then I'll tell you where to run. I'd
Yeah.
say go toward spawn, just in case.
I'm just chilling out at the entrance of No Man's Land.
My wife was very uncomfortable.
Oh,
because
shit.
that's the first time she ever heard tongue speaking. She
It's
was
weird.
Very uncomfortable with it.
Okay, they're coming.
Yeah, it's weird
And
when it happens.
I tried to explain to her, but given her background and what church she grew up in, I understood why she couldn't understand it, so I didn't.
It's spawn.
It's spawn? Okay, I'm going.
Yeah,
Is it the left foot or right?
I can't tell yet. I think it's the right foot.
The speed?
Yeah.
Oh no, it's the other.
Oh no, there's no foot.
Oh,
is it the other one? You see it?
maybe? I'm gonna go check. I think I can get it.
I thought it was all off.
Oh yeah, no, that wouldn't fit neither of them.
Oh, there is no foot on right now.
Wah, wah.
I have a feeling it's gonna be at church this time.
Ironic. Is the universe trying to correct us in our path?
Anyway, I was gonna finish out saying, so like that's one of the other things too. It just it takes discernment to tell what is real because of course there's gonna be false prophets, false people who
Yes,
and so you just need to learn for yourself and get your discernment and like I'm still working on that too.
Well, see, I have no problem with Pastor Jerry or his wife speaking in tongues because I've witnessed it and I can see how passionate they are when they're praying. I can tell they're confident they're talking to the Lord.
Yeah.
In their own way. So I never really had a second thought about it. But my wife coming from the church that she came from, seeing this, I could see her disconcernment.
Yeah, and like I said, it can be weird.
For her, I can
Okay.
understand it was very weird.
Do you have a zombie on you?
First time.
Yeah, I should. Unless he went to you.
No, do you have him on you, or you don't see him?
Nah, he's not near me anymore.
Okay, well he's on me then. I can't see the foot yet. It's not the middle foot.
No caution when walking robot's path.
Oh shit, it's spawned.
Okay, I'm going.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it in time. I'm here.
Nice.
I don't know if it'll count though since I'm so far. I don't know. I think I might time out.
it, chat. You got to enjoy all that rant too. All that talk.
Oh shit, I didn't know you were streaming.
Nah, it's cool. It's cool. I mean, honestly, that's kind of what I want my Twitch to be at some point.
Yeah, I understood. I mean, there might be a lot of people out there that are kind of on the same page as I am, but I really don't want to talk about what I want to talk about to you with them until after you hear what I want to say.
Nah, I get you.
Yeah.
Fuck. I missed.
And that's why I'm not purposely doing it, because I didn't know if you were streaming or not.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go in. I don't know why I jumped in there thinking we have to hit the button right after. Okay, let's wait for the bots.
Sorry, chat, if I got really religious on you.
Okay, they're coming.
I just have a lot of questions, and I really require a lot of proof.
Hey man.
I think it might be.
Although,
do you see the foot, Noah?
I'm gonna go check your church or whatever.
It's spawned again, I think.
Oh, it's spawned? Okay. So, you know, and I get that, dude. Just trust me, I feel the same way. But, you know, I mean, and really, there is a lot of proof. One of the things I found out, which was kind of recent, at least in like the last few years, was how the dinosaurs, you know, they actually died. When you actually look at the science, they died of drowning.
Because, yeah, overflooded Pangea and everything.
Oh, let me in. Oh, I shot it, but it didn't let me in.
Are you dead?
No.
Alright, stay over there, don't die. I think it's just gonna keep being over there.
Okay. But, you know, and plus too, like, another thing, I know it's kind of random, but one of the long neck, you know, the big dinosaur,
Yes.
he's actually described in the Book of Job to a T.
The Brachiosaurus?
When God goes on and is talking to Job, and he's all talks about the beast he created and this big Leviathan, it's literally just a Brontosaurus. At the time.
I did not even put that together.
Yeah, dude, because a brontosaurus, one of the things is he talks about it stands on its hind legs, it eats from the trees, and its tail swings like a cedar tree. And what does it do?
That is a Brachiosaurus.
Exactly. So I thought that was pretty cool.
So that also disproves what science has believed about us living when dinosaurs were over here.
Exactly.
The city described them, I don't think they saw them.
Well, true.
If you
But-
described him, how did you not see him?
God told them.
But I do think we walked among dinosaurs.
What is that purpose of telling him if it has no relation to him?
Okay, it's spot. It's gotta be spot again.
Okay, I'm here.
Changing the subject.
Oh, it's church. No, I was paying attention to the game. Just stay over there. It'll be spawn eventually.
Yeah.
Again, see, I feel like everything could have some truth and some falseness to it, but humans living with dinosaurs does not.
Well, it's like we were talking.
I have.
Oh,
The
go
only
ahead.
thing that I can tell you for sure is that no one really knows because no one around in that time frame is alive.
Bro, even the smartest, most sure of himself scientist will tell you that science is just theories. Nothing even now that we consider to be fact.
That is the true
truly
basis
fact.
of science, though.
It's theories.
Like, you have to you really have to prove a theory in order for it to be reality. And that's the whole basis of science, is just trying to prove a theory.
But even then, like, the things that we consider truth now, scientists will tell you that they're only truth because we think they're truth now, and they can be disproved at any time. When someone else comes along and gives better information.
Yeah, but there's only one being in the world, in the universe, in our existence that has that true knowledge, and that is God himself, and that's my problem.
And I get that, man. I totally trust me. Like it sucks sometimes, especially, you know, you're told to put your faith in him and that it's all gonna be worth it and to try and live this life. But then, you know, sometimes you think on some things like we're deliberately made by his hand and we're made in his image, but then with sin, like there's things there and it's, you know, I hear it too all the time about, you know, well, we have to have free choice.
They're coming, Noah.
Okay. And,
I am one of those people that require hard facts before believing in something.
yeah.
Okay, it's with me.
Oh my god. I got stuck.
Come on, Luigi!
Yeah, get it,
Did he
Louis.
kill you?
Yeah, he got me stuck.
Alright, I'm gonna have to let you die then, because he's with me.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'm just here for moral support at this point.
That's how I felt the other night.
Nah, but, you know, and that's the thing too with God. Like, and, you know, again, a lot of what is said in the Bible speaks true on how we act just as humans. Because, one, he understands where we come from. He understands we want the answer. But he understands too, we can't handle all that right now. You know,
See. Yeah, no, go ahead. I'll let you go ahead.
no, I'm trying to think of what to say. I forgot what I'm trying to say. So, I mean, even because, you know, and again, like with faith itself, the whole concept of faith is that we believe for the things that we cannot see yet. That is the whole basis of faith. But it's not wrong to have questions.
I believe with them wholeheartedly.
Yes. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Good shit, Luigi.
But my problem is I cannot commit that much myself without some form of proof. And me being a stubborn ass, I know where you can see where I'm going with this.
Yes.
I need to have him come down here for a few minutes to talk to him about and ask him some questions. Just for him to physically show up will help tremendously, but then I can ask him the real core questions.
Okay.
With all these things that we've been talking about like that, I feel like if the Christian God, the one single true being that everybody talks about is actually real, then he will 100% fully understand everyone's doubt and will be like, all right, I get you, dude. Come on in.
And again, yes,
And
and
at the very least, he'll be a mass fucking, like, bam, here I am. Ask me your questions. That's
Yeah, I feel like you could live your entire life
in
being an
today's
atheist and God would
time.
be
I
like,
feel like that's how he
get
would
it.
do it. But I honestly, I really need that.
no, I get that, dude. I mean, okay, so here's
That level of connection I really want. The only way I'm gonna get is if he would physically come down here and have a little bit of a conversation, even if it's just 5 minutes of conversation.
well, here's what I can tell you. Here's some of the things in my life. So, whenever I was really young, we were driving one time, and we were like almost out of fuel, and it was like one of those scary moments where you're like almost out of fuel.
Okay.
And so we prayed. I prayed right then and there that we'd have fuel, and I watched the gauge go up. Could have been just a mechanical malfunction, but for how I can tell you for how stressed my mom was, and seeing that, like, yeah,
It was a stress reliever.
yes, big time. But more than that, as I grew, and whenever I was going to like the First Baptist, because my dad, you know, that's where he was the worship leader and whatever. But then whenever I stuck out on my own and went to Oasis, and when I met Peyton and she brought me there, and I started going and started listening, I kind of started feeling things in me. And it really wasn't until I was 13 and I went to the Desperation Conference in Colorado Springs, which I miss it, and where I just experienced like a lot of the things they did. It was so cool, they had this huge opening, and I mean, it was really showy, and I know the Bible talks on a lot of that, but at the same time, I think there's a huge difference between what it's actually talking about and sometimes what we do in church. But anyway, so they had this, and one of the things, it was an opening, and it talks about, you know, sin entering the world. And it talks about, you know, us messing up, and then talks about Jesus coming, and I literally got goosebumps all through my body. And then and every time pretty much I worship, I get in a state where I feel God really close to me. But understand this, whenever you feel God and it goes away, you will question. You're not gonna always be like, God's with me. You gotta remind yourself that he's with you, but even I still have days where I'm like, God, where the hell are you? What is going on?
You're not gonna recognize that aspect as like, oh, God's with me.
Exactly, but plus so many people, they want the feeling, and trust me, it's nice when you actually do feel it. You feel just this, you can be in utter hell and you'll feel just peace. It's literally, you know, like Jesus says to the storm, peace, be still. And you feel it throughout your whole body. But also, you know, it's not going to last, something's going to happen, and then that's when it comes into faith. And a lot too with a lot of, you know, the evidence. That's where I say, like, you just got to keep reading and asking. And I mean, I'm not perfect. I did read today. We're going to read the Gospels again. But like, you just got to keep going. And trust me, dude, like, even in school, that's why I want to get Psalm 116 on my wrist, because at the time I needed it that bad. And the first line is, I'll never forget, I love the Lord for he heard my cry. And I just burst into tears right in math class. Like, I hit him, of course, but like, it hit me that hard. Right. And you have moments like that. But you have to be willing to sacrifice some of, you know, your desire, your body. You have to be willing to deny your flesh things you want. So like, say if you really want to game or something like that, but instead you're going to open and read.
Well, a lot of the things, everything in this fucking
is slowing me down.
aspect we call life right now that we are currently living, you cannot take with you.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yes,
and
but
I understood that, you know.
Like, take fasting. I just watched a video on that. Fasting, some people.
That is a Catholic thing. Is fasting.
Yes. Well, with that too, because fasting, and when you look at the Bible, and look at Old Testament, and even New Testament, when Jesus comes on the scene.
You're alive now.
I am. Fasting is only for food. We've turned it into, like, we think we can fast things and stuff like that. Fasting, in the most biblical sense, at least in the Bible, is food, withdrawing from food, denying your body.
I do that once a week, at least.
Yeah, but the thing is whenever you hit the moments where you start getting hungry, when you start feeling it, fighting that, that's when you pray. That he does that in the Jesus, when he goes into the wilderness and he was, you know, fasting for 40 days and 40 nights, and he was hungry, and then Satan comes, and of course that's a little different, plus because again, Jesus, if he's the Son of God, he really is the perfect image. He lived a perfect life. We can't even go sometimes a week.
Noah, I skewered the winged beast.
Yeah!
Okay, I think now we just gotta go downstairs and punch shit.
I don't want to punch stuff in the face.
Sentence I've ever heard. I have to go downstairs and punch shit.
Let me just, okay. Man, I wish there was a way to...
But anyways, so...
I got the airplane and the fucking zombie in one go.
Yeah. Do I need to get my Thunder Fist?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna do it right now. But yeah, so I was kind of surprised to learn that's because you hear about it, and it's one of those things, you hear about it constantly, but no one actually teaches what it is to do that. Like, that's a big problem. It's a huge problem in the church. We talk about a lot of these things, but we don't actually teach how to do them.
Definite improvement over fighting.
And, you know, and we're kind of are in the time where people are like, they're going to want to hear what they want to hear. And sometimes I get worried about that because we want to hear about, this Jesus who's, oh, Jesus loves you and he can give you anything you want. But have you read what Jesus says to his disciples? Have you read what he says to Peter? The rock? Before the rock?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
there's a difference between
from
love
people really
and nice.
wanting versus what they actually get.
Exactly. And I'm working on it. I'm nice. I want to be nice, but there are times that I know I'm nice when I should be loving, and it needs to be stern.
Well, see, my aspect, like, let's give today, for example, with a coworker that I chose to ignore when I should have been stern.
And sometimes you still do the thing. That's the thing too. Romans chapter 7, where he talks about sin in our human body. I want to do what is right, but instead I do what is evil. I don't want to do what is evil, but like it's doing the thing I want to do that I know I should do, but I don't do. That is sin.
Are you on your way, Noah?
Yes.
To give a very small-minded,
Fetid touch is unwelcome.
I guess, example, was that I had a coworker cutting a hole in a leg on a grain elevator. So the tools we were using was a drill to drill the holes so the sawzall can get in and cut it. And all he was doing is putting it on the floor. So I picked it up. Whatever tool he was using at the moment, he puts it down. I pick it up and I was gonna hand it to him. Just to, save his back a little bit because he's like 23 years old. And, repetitive movements like that for my age, it kind of hurts a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, I think
Because I've been doing it so long, I've been trying to save him. I'm trying to save time and plus save the company money and plus save his back a little bit. I'm just trying to help. That's all I'm doing is trying to help. I was gonna hand him the tools, and then whenever I went to reach out for the third time he put the tool on the ground, I reach out to it. He was like, it started getting annoying that you're picking up the tools. I was like, what? Me trying to help? And he just stays quiet. It's little, and it is little in the aspect of things.
Yeah, no, but also, again, too. So, that's another thing that Jesus talks about. So I was watching Tim Ross the other day, and he was talking about Jesus, and because Jesus's words himself is that peace I give you. It is my gift to you. It is a gift that the world cannot give. And as he was talking about it, again, he went into it scientifically and practically. It's your system, your nervous system. When you have a regulated nervous system, you are in a state of peace. And when you get irritated and it starts to get irregular, you have to check yourself and put it back on track so you can stay in peace.
And see, this is where I think I messed up. Because my way to regulate and quote unquote go to peace is I just ignored him the rest of the day.
Hey, sometimes that's what you gotta do.
Because that's exactly how he treats me.
It goes along with, again,
And this is where I feel like I went a little bit over the top. He had to drive our big machine, we call it an Elliott, so it's a bucket truck that can go 65 feet. You can take off the bucket, make it like a crane. Tablet crane.
Oh, nice.
So he had to drive it an hour away from where we were at to back to Colorado.
Yeah.
And I decided to go into the truck, not say a word, while he was driving home, just to make him uncomfortable.
Okay, so
And I've done that like 5 or 6 times.
maybe not the best. Oh, I gotta punch him. Okay. Oh damn, no,
But
okay.
the other token is I'm hoping he will open up to me to tell me why is me helping him a problem.
Okay, so here, I can tell you this. So, again, I'm not gonna just straight up fault you. I get it. You got annoyed, and you're just like, that was what you had to do.
Yeah, all I was doing is trying to help, and I wonder why me trying to help
Don't
is
kill it,
not
don't kill it.
Oh, oh fuck, sorry. This is so hard.
I can come up with is that he is just going through some shit personally,
He could be.
and he's just taking it out on whoever's around him.
Yeah, so with people, you can't just assume. And I know we want to, we want to assume. But, we don't know their story. We don't know what people are going through. Like, again, with addictions. Like, you don't know why someone may look at porn 10 times a day or smoke, crack. You may not want them to do it, but you don't know what pain they're dealing with. And because sometimes it's their coping. But, and so in a situation like that, and I'm not perfect either, I mean, I hate confrontation. Did we get it?
Did you get the tablet?
I don't know, it like did a thing.
You will not take me.
We're still smoking, so I don't think so.
Like,
Did you
just,
get the tablet?
oh. Okay, so anyways, so the thing is, when you look at a situation like that too, you can do that, or, you could have just asked too. You could have just asked like, hey man, what's the deal? Or, I'll say like, do you,
Tablet?
yes, finally got it,
Okay.
Grabbing
Let's
it.
save that. No!
Oh my god. So it's like the worst time and best time to talk about stuff.
We are so
We're on one step, come on!
keep going.
Anyways,
The souls of the ancients.
so a lot of
We
it
need to
comes
go
down
to
to, okay, what were you saying?
No, let's just save the last zombie, because I don't know what the fuck's going on, and I'm not very good. Please, save the last one. Please, for the love of God. Save the last one.
So it comes down to the thing. So in the law of Moses, had it to where it, an eye for an eye, basically, right?
Right.
But when Jesus comes and he says, if you believe in me, for you to even hate your brother is murder, equivalent to murder. So, and I'm not saying it's from a place of hate, but in a lot of the stuff like that, you think too, when Jesus was on the cross and he's looking down at all these people mocking him as he dies, and he still says to them, Father, forgive them, for they know not what to do.
Wait.
And these things are so behold.
Okay, they're still spawning.
But again, too, he came and fulfilled what we cannot.
Just wait up on that staff, because that thing's gonna kill a bunch of them at the same time.
Oh god, why did I run? I panicked. And there's still some things, like whenever it talks about, I was reading the other day, and it talks about Jesus when he's standing with his disciples, and it's literally like right after he tells Peter, "Go away, Satan," and he looks at the crowd and he says to them,
Ah, shit! No, I did.
"Ah, damn!" But he says to the crowd, if you're going to follow me, I am in the driver's seat. You are not. But that's the thing too, because of sin in us. Even if we choose and we say or we want to believe, we still want to just go out on our own. We want to do the things we want to do, and that goes against like Romans chapter 7.
Okay, we need to go to the crazy place and put the staffs in the altars, is what it says. So I'm gonna try to get out of here.
Okay, I'm with you. Ah, damn. I mean, we'll get more into it here in a minute once we're actually done.
It's just
I
one thing.
rise against our covenant.
Let's go.
Sorry, you get me talking like this, I can be up to like 5 in the morning. You know that.
No, I
I know,
understand. I mean, I could be too, but
I'm
I
coming
have
to
a
you.
job to go to in the morning.
True. And chat, yeah, we're gonna finish this up, and I might call it. I might bring back the stream like a little later this morning or tomorrow morning,
I
technically.
can barely move.
We'll see. Come on.
You guys are on here a lot longer than I thought, so I'm gonna go ahead and call it for me.
Okay.
I still need to eat dinner.
Well, if you want to call me after that and ask me whatever, let me know.
Did you put the staff in?
Tonight. It'll be
I'm
way
going,
too
I'm going.
late for you, dude.
You can put it in through there.
Oh,
That's what she said.
got it.
Let's go
Oh,
back. What's up, Carlos?
Carlos joined in
What's
at the
up,
right
Carlos?
time.
We're on Black Ops. Get to the lightning.
Oh, I'm
I mean,
stuck.
get to
I'm
the
dead.
portal.
Black Ops 2.
No.
3.
Hold on, let me get the staffs in before I res you.
Alright, I'll catch you guys later.
Later, I'll see
See ya.
you.